Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Let's have today's video. So it's a Goose Island Bourbon County variant. This is Backyard Stout. It says you can age it up to 5 years in the bottle. Stout aged in bourbon barrels with mulberries, boysenberries, and marionberries. And I don't think I could identify any of those berries specifically. It is 12.9% ABV, so a little lower alcohol for this. So it makes me wonder if, like, how many berries are in there? Is that what diluted the alcohol content? I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comment section below. And it looks like it was bottled October 11th. Let's get into it. I am drinking this and releasing it before Black Friday. I was able to score this. So if you're watching before Black Friday and have thoughts, or drinking it with me before or after, you want to give me your thoughts and it's a year in the future, I don't care. Let me know in the comment section below. There's a little red tint to that, isn't there? Like, you look at that head especially. You could tell when I was pouring a little bit too. I don't know, I hope it came up on camera. So like, that head is brown, and it's probably because we know that it has berries in it, but you can see some red in there, maybe even a little bit of purple. You know, somewhat compact bubbles. The beer itself does have a red hue to it. Now that I'm really looking at not just the head, it's like this black-brown color, but there is a red purplish hue to it. A little bit of lacing, some nice legs. The legs, there's a little bit of color to the legs, just a little bit. But anyway, it looks like it should. Berries in a stout. Get to the aroma. Those berries, I tell you what, those berries add a nice pleasantness to the aroma. I mean, I love the smell of base Bourbon County, obviously. But that's nice. And you do get in stouts like this sometimes that berry element. And this beer is kind of cool that way, where it's going to accentuate, multiply, whatever the right word is, that aspect that can happen in stouts. So, like, man, in the aroma, you definitely get that. I still get some base stout, like the actual beer, base beer. Some chocolate elements, oak, a little bit of vanilla, not a ton of bourbon, but I am getting some barrel things besides specifically bourbon. I think for me, the berries, at least in the aroma, are making it hard to pick the bourbon out, but other stuff is coming through, which is cool. So it's not just like those three notes of those three different kinds of berries, but those are prominent. See about the taste. Cheers. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's got a tartness. Yeah, it definitely has this cool tartness to it. And I wasn't, if I'm being honest, I wasn't really thinking about that going into this. I was thinking it would be sweet berries. Man, big chocolate still. In my opinion, this year's base is very chocolate forward. And this aftertaste it reminds me of eating dark chocolate that has like pieces of blueberry or something in it. But anyway, the sip itself, it's not like an infected way at all, okay? That hasn't happened since 2015, right? But it kind of reminds me of like soured stouts I've had, just because of that tartness. And I know tart and sour are two different things, but I'm just trying to, like, for people who have not had this beer before, I'm trying to like articulate as well as possible. You have to like tartness, and you have to like tartness in a stout to like this, in my opinion. Going back to that ABV thing, this drinks like there's a lot of berry juice in it. The more I'm sipping it, the less tart it is. So I don't know if that was if I over explained it based on my first sip or not. Man, this is a trip. Yeah, there's still some tartness, but it's less tart as I'm sipping it. More and more chocolate shining through. It's totally, yeah, like that candy bar with, pieces of berry in it. Like the aroma, I get oak, I get some vanilla. Unlike the aroma, I actually do taste some bourbon. Not a ton, but I do taste some bourbon. That chocolate thing, I love this chocolate level. Man. I like this. I'm still processing it though, and I don't want this to be like a 20-minute review where I just kind of keep rambling about the same stuff, hoping it changes over, not hoping, but seeing if it changes over time in my perception of it. And I'm also in real time, because I only got the one bottle, I'm also in real time thinking, do I want to spend the money on another bottle to age and just kind of see what that does with some age on it? Excuse me. The way the bourbon's working, and it's so funny to not, for me anyway, not to pick it up in the aroma, and not that it's overly done the taste, but like it just, there's like an aspect of this beer that is high-end cocktail, like you mashed up the berries, added a nice, bourbon whiskey to it. Then it also has this like something you would probably get at like a TGI Fridays or Applebee's or something, like a chocolate mudslide dessert with, raspberry syrup or whatever. It's got like this desserty thing too. Like the first thing I was explaining about like the high-end cocktail has a little bit of tartness, from the berries like that way, but then it has a little more like decadent aspect of the chocolate and the berries also in the same sip. It's really interesting. I'm not mad at it, but again, I'm not quite like at the I love this beer, I'm gonna buy a ton of it either, but I do like it. It's really interesting. I've only had the base, which I think most people are going to like the base this year. The Bananas Foster, which, depending on how much you like bananas and cinnamon, I think will really dictate if you like that beer and how much you like that beer. But this one, I'm like, probably of the three I've done, the most curious what other people have to say, and I'm immediately going to look online to see if anyone else has talked about this beer, whether on BeerTube or on just like written, like they got to go to like Prop Day or something. So yeah, if you've had this before, definitely comment section below. I don't care when in time this is. Let me know what you think about this. I'm super curious. Do you get that tartness thing? Did it subside as you kept drinking it? I'm curious about the whole experience. Let me know in the comment section below. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.